YouTube. This is Ace Pinkter. Welcome to the Sytrus challenge. I came up with this system to improve my own ability to work with Sytrus, a great instrument, becoming better every day that I play with it. So, the object of this challenge is to compose a full song, or at least a pretty solid beat, using one instrument, the Sytrus. You can route this through your mixer in any way that you choose. You can run any effects through it that you choose. However, the only instrument that can be played as a channel must be a Sytrus. Got it? So first, let me introduce you to the Sytrus. This is the matrix on the right, which indicates to us how each one of our operators is being modulated by the other operators, whether it's coming out clean, and whether it's being sent to an effects or a filter bank, respectively. This is not going to be an in-depth tutorial on the Sytrus. However, I am going to demonstrate automation. The automatable parameters within the Sytrus are as follows: the volume, the LFO, and the pitch, all of the volume envelope controls, all of the filter controls, all of the unison controls, the modulation X and Y, the EQ, up, down, and frequency bandwidth, and so on and so on. You can automate any of the parameters down below. In each operator, you cannot automate any of the envelopes, which is a shame because they're all envelopes. But what you can do is automate your 4 slider knobs down below, which will give a general shift to each of the ADSR components. One interesting thing to note about these: when you try to automate an envelope parameter, it will not kick in until the next time a note is triggered with the Sytrus. And that makes it a bit easy to automate. You can figure out your position first and then wait for it to hit. Okay? So as you see, almost everything in the operators is envelope based. You can't automate, unfortunately, any of the shaping effects. That would be pretty cool, but it's not a possibility. You can, however, automate the volume envelope, or rather the volume control, and the pitch envelope amount. Pretty much anything with a knob here you can automate. Alright, same goes with all 6 operators. In the filter tab, you can automate all of the knobs, all of the sliders. You can use this to great effect, assuming that your 3 patterns or your 3 filters are handling different components of your sound. On the FX, you can't, unfortunately, automate the reverb. I don't understand why that is, but whatever. You can, however, automate your chorus effects, and again, any of your envelope parameters, should you choose to. If you're going to automate your envelope parameters, make sure your envelope is on, off. You can't automate anything in the matrix. I guess that would be just a bit too crazy, too much processing power for Sytrus to handle. So, without further ado, this is my Sytrus only song. Don't forget to automate your effects as well. modulation X, modulation Y, your pitch, channel. Go nuts with all of your operators down below. You can even modify the pitch, usually to great effect. The velocity is only one small component of everything you can automate. You make the most out of it. Alright, this song goes on for ages, and most of the good stuff was back in the first few minutes. This looks like craziness up in here. This is a pretty wild pattern. A lot of complexity right there. Anyway, give it a try. I know it looks pretty intimidating to work with one instrument. It's quite a challenge to try to produce something, but of course I'm using a sequenced patch. That makes it really easy. Go ahead and do the same. There's a lot of different sequence patch to play with, and the more you can automate it, the more you can redefine it to fit your needs, the more it will feel like your own, and you might learn a lot about how these sequenced patches are put together. You'll learn a lot more than you would just by watching this tutorial, so give it a try. This is A Sphincter signing out. Oh wait, one last thing. If you want to post a video response, please do. What you'll want to do is download a program called WM Encoder, stands for Windows Media Encoder, and make sure that you are recording from your sound source as wave out. Don't record just the microphone, otherwise you won't pick up what FL Studio is putting out. Also, in FL Studio, you must use the Sound Max, or rather you must use your Windows sound drivers. You can't use your ASIO drivers. I know they work a lot better, but they don't work with Windows Media Encoder. Sorry, it's just the way it is. So give it a try. Looking forward to some video responses. A Sphincter signing out.